Hello and welcome back to another video here with me, Meoni, for Final Fantasy XIV. This time another news video looking at the first developer blog entry of the year, which is on group pose. So this developer blog came live today, the 3rd of January, on the Japanese Lodestone website, and there will be an English version uploaded, most likely later in the day. I couldn't wait for that and I wanted to hop straight into this because, as you know, I love G-pose, especially for making machinima clips and of course taking screenshots, which is the main focus. So this developer blog goes on about new features being added to patch 4.5's version of group pose. That includes a change to the conditions where you can activate the group pose feature. These have been expanded to include transformed states, so if you're turned into a frog you'll still be able to use G-pose and pan around that frog. You'll also be able to activate group pose on anyone with the role-playing status. From what I can tell, this would probably mean you'll be able to activate it on people with a role-playing status outside of your party, because as you perhaps may know already, group pose can only be used on your character and others inside your party. If this is true, then obviously you want to make sure that you are certain about using that role-playing status, especially if you're going AFK for a while, because people will likely get screenshots of your character doing very interesting things. And apparently the last state where you'll be able to now use group pose is where you're unable to fight. Apparently also they include this screenshot of Carney Senna. I believe this is on an in-quest battle where you actually have Carney Senna with you and they're using group pose on that NPC. I could be completely wrong here because obviously I don't speak Japanese, but it certainly seems to read that way. And if this is indeed the case, then this opens up a whole new can of worms of what we'll be able to do, similar to what we were able to do with the various Eorzea Alliance members in the Halloween event last year. In addition to this, one of the new features is manual focus. Thank goodness for that. You'll have a new slider where you'll be able to change the depth of field yourself. So if something is just outside of your focus range with depth of field on, you'll be able to actually push a slider and make it inside that depth of field, meaning that you can still blur out the background. If you're going for a cinematic look, this is definitely a feature you'll be wanting to use. Another big feature that was requested that we're actually getting, and this is a big one, is the ability to change emotes whilst inside group pose. Simply pressing a button inside G-pose will allow you to access your list of emotes and change them on the fly without actually having to exit group pose. This is personally one of my favorite additions, and I can see this being incredibly useful, especially with the pause on the time of day feature they added previously, allowing you to express yourself in different ways. If you have the perfect screenshot but you know for a fact that your character is letting it down or something like that, you'll be able to change it without having to line everyone up for the picture once again, which is absolutely amazing. Another feature, and the last one they talk about now, is actually a new confirmation message that you have to click on before you exit group pose. This was highly requested for obvious reasons. People have been fat fingering their keyboard, getting the perfect screenshot and then accidentally clicking off of group pose. Now you'll actually have to press yes if you want to actually leave group pose, saving you all of the trouble of lining up your shots once again. This is a small change that has a massive impact on how we use the feature, and as a whole I think a lot of these additions and tweaks to the group pose feature are going to make it even more usable as of patch 4.5. Either way, let me know what you think about group pose and perhaps what you would like to see added to the feature in the future. Personally, I would love the ability to manually change time of day inside of there instead of it just pausing, but apparently that's not on the table and we can't expect that in the future, which is really quite sad. Either way, thank you for watching and I'll see you all next time.